Hey guys, welcome back to CheatSheetPros.com. Hopefully you watched our video yesterday. We talked about Trae Young at 9,700 giving you a 5x or 6x floor, and he went off for 80 DK points last night. We also had Clint Capella, who was in a smash spot, and he blew up as well. And if you follow us on Twitter, we put up a cash core of Harden, Trae, and Clint Capella, and those three combined for 220 DK points. So hopefully you got the tweet, you got that locked in. There was a ton of value, so that was an easy lineup to put together. It's one I was toying with most of the day. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, and you can get our free cheat sheets today, Thursday, in our Facebook group. So every Thursday, we post our NBA cheat sheets for everybody to try out, play with, and take a look at. So what I'm going to do today is just look at our grade tab on the NBA cheat sheet because we have a small 4-game slate, and I'm gonna show you how I use it, so to speak, and we're gonna look at some plays. So let's go ahead and get started. So here, this is our NBA cheat sheet, and you can see we've got our main tab over here. We got our DVP zone we've talked about. We have the tiers, which I reconstructed for you, James. Gave it a new facelift. We got the game by game, and then we have our grade tab. So the first thing I'm going to do, the grade tab helps us eliminate chalk value plays that we think will fail, and then gives you solid pivot plays. So the first thing that I do, I come over here to DVP. Now you've heard me talk about in my videos, if we get a DVP below 0.9 and definitely below 0.8, that's a red flag. So the first thing I want to do to find some core plays is I want to look at DVP under 0.9, greater than 0.9. The second thing I'm going to do is the second red flag for a player to fail is if their last 4-game average, they've been crappy. So I'm going to look at players that are over 4.5x. So we're going to go number filter, greater than equal to, we're just going to do 4.5 for now. Okay, so we've got that pulled up, and then you can sort this by minutes, you can sort it by total edge, you can sort it over here by custom projections. I'm just going to do minutes and kind of go down the list so we can look at the higher minutes. So if you followed us for a while, we're looking for players with a total edge over 100 and projected minutes 30 or more. You can go a little less if there's someone that you really like. So some of the plays that jump out, Drummond, he's in a great spot again. Like we said, he's probably good for another 60 points. He has a total edge of 198 and projected for 36 minutes. Solid floor of 5x. DVP spot is a smash spot once again with no Blake. 61.2 DK points by the opponent to his position, so he's good for 50 to 60, great for cash games. He was actually in the winning GPP lineup the last time he went 6x. Also, Ben Simmons is another player that I like. His total edge is just over 100, and then he's got the minutes there, but he's been smashing. He's putting up almost 6x value over his last 4 games. Plus, he has a ceiling of 78.8 DK points, which is massive for a player that's priced at only 9,000, and there's no Joel Embiid playing tonight, so he gets a usage bump there. Fantasy point per minute production is steady at 1.38, 1.33. DVP spot is decent, a little lower on the team total, but definitely someone we want to build around. I prefer Ben Simmons over Drummond. $1,200 cheaper gives you a little bit more ceiling, and he should still be able to get you that 50 points. Westbrook is just way too cheap at $8,400. He's putting up about 5.4x over his last 4 games, so we really like that. Westbrook's someone that can blow up at any time, although we have seen him struggle a little bit with Capella on the court because Capella pulls down so many rebounds. But his fantasy point per minute production, 1.26 to 1.3. That's solid. Can't go wrong there. So any player that's going to play 30, 35 minutes with a 1.3 is someone we want to look at putting in our lineups. Jaylen Brown isn't someone I was going to bring up because his edge is below 100, but he's been doing really well. He's averaging 5.3x, has a 50-point upside, and he's only 6,500. What jumps out at me is right here, this fantasy point per minute production, 0.95 to 1.09, so it's a 50% bump for him, which is solid. Now, the team total is a little low. And then we've got some guys I'm going to skip over. Go down here to Clint Capella. This guy's just absolutely smashing. He's got an edge of 131, which is solid. Solid 34-minute projection, and he's putting up 45 DK points in his last 4 games. So that's over a 6x average. So he gets a ton of boards. And Houston doesn't play much defense. Fantasy point per minute production, he's got 11% spike going from 1.14 to 1.27. So he's been getting better over the last 6 games. We really like that. He's in a decent DV spot at 48.19. Steven Adams is a diamond play today. So yesterday when Capella popped off, he was also a diamond play on our cheat sheet. Today, Steven Adams is one. He's in a good DVP spot. He's averaging 5.9x over his last 4 games. Fantasy point production minutes up 5%. And then his DVP, the opponent's giving up 53.2 DK points to his spot over the last 14 days. So we like him. Whiteside also in another good spot. So my lineups today are going to have at least 2 centers, one on the main DK and then one in the utility. They're just in great spots and they have monster upside. Whiteside, you can see his productions went from 1.39 to 1.5. So 30 minutes at 1.5 is monster spot right there. And he gives you a 63 DK point ceiling that he's hit in his last 10 games. And the last guy I want to take a look at here is Chris Paul. So we talked about Chris Paul last time using one of the OKC guys. So Chris Paul is in a smash spot today, and I'm pretty sure he popped off as a diamond play. So the opponent's given up 60.3 DK points to the point guard position over the last 14 days. So Chris Paul is playing 33.2 minutes over his last 4 games and putting up about 5x, 4.9 to 5. This is a spot that he could definitely excel in, and he also gives you 50-point upside. He's got a last 10 ceiling of 54 points, and he's only $7,400. So for 5x, you need about 37, 38 points, and I think that's easy for him tonight. But anyways, come to Facebook, check out our free cheat sheets on Thursdays, try them out, let me know if you like them. They're made for you guys to help you pick your plays. I'm just trying to point you in the right direction and help you guys get started. So thanks for watching. Make sure to watch our NFL video. We've posted that on our YouTube channel of the divisional round breakdown, and have a good day, guys.